All right, let's talk about Aaron Judge versus Shohei Ohtani for the 2022 MVP. I want to know what you think. I'm going to give the stats for both players, okay? And do a breakdown. I want you to have a fair kind of breakdown and opinion in both. I know, obviously, a lot of us are Team Judge, but I think it's fair for you to get the perspectives and all the stats for everybody, okay? So, remember, MVP is most valuable player. It's what you bring to the team as well. It's not MIP. It's not most impressive player. And these guys have ridiculously impressive stats, okay? I mean, they're outer-worldly this year, all right? But let's start with Shohei Ohtani first. Shohei Ohtani. By the way, please smash that subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. It's really, really helpful to the channel's growth. And please hit the like button if you enjoy the content. I greatly appreciate it. I'm on the road to 20,000 subs. I'd love to get there by the end of the year if I can. Not sure if I can, but your help is greatly, greatly appreciated. So with that, Shohei Ohtani, okay, obviously he's a two-way player. And one of the more impressive things, right now he's in the top 5 in home runs, slugging, OPS, international walks, intentional walks, triples, ERA as a pitcher, wins, and strikeouts. That's a lot to be in top 5. Now, let's go over his actual stats as of last night. Okay? Batting .268. These are his offensive stats. 34 home runs, 82 runs scored, 89 ribbies, 11 stolen bases, 357 on-base percentage, 534 slugging, and an 8.891 OPS. Okay? And he's got an 8.7 WAR as a hitter. All right? Insanity. Let's go over his pitching stats now. 13-8, 2.43 ERA, 148 innings pitched, and he's got 196 strikeouts versus 36 walks. So he's a really good control pitcher as well. And he's obviously making a significant impact too, with a 5.3 WAR as a pitcher. You combine the two, that's 14 WAR. Okay? Which is kind of nuts. Okay? And there's a couple of other things I want you to know about him too, alright? This is the only player ever to have a better combination of ERA, whip, and strikeouts per 9 innings pitched than Pedro Martinez. And Pedro Martinez had the best ever, and that was when he won his 1999 Cy Young Award. Go take a look at his 99 stats. It's probably one of the best pitching seasons you'll ever see. Ohtani's the only player ever to have a better combination of those things than Pedro. Hall of Fame Pedro. Okay? And another stat. He's the only player since the World Series era, which spans now 119 years, okay, to be amongst the leaders in as a hitter and a pitcher, okay, which is nuts, okay, and he's also the first in history to have 30-plus home runs and 10-plus wins as a pitcher in the same season. Impressive, right? Ridiculous. Crazy. I mean, this is a special player. Essentially the modern-day version of Babe Ruth, right? But remember, MIP is not MVP. Now let's pivot to Aaron Judge, okay? He's got a 9.6 WAR this year so far. Remember, there's 16 games left of the season, so I expect both of these guys to pad their stats a little bit, all right? 316 batting average. He's 1/100th of a point away from leading the league in batting, which could potentially, I mean, if he finishes the season with that, home runs and ribbies, triple crown. First guy since Miguel Cabrera to do it. Okay, 59 home runs, 122 runs scored, 127 RBIs, 16 stolen bases, a 419 on-base percentage, a 707 slugging percentage, the best in 25 years. Okay, and his OPS is 1.120. I've never seen an OPS like that before in my life. Now let's break down the first half versus the second half so far. First half, he was batting .281 with 29 home runs and 60 RBIs. That's a hell of a start. It really is. Most guys will take that as a full season, let alone a half. Second half so far, .351 batting average, 30 home runs, and 67 RBIs. He's elevated it. And keep in mind, how many times has he put the Yankees either ahead, right, with a tying home run, or tied the game with a home run, or walked off for the Yankees this year? Multiple times. And that's where his value plays. Both of these guys looking to make history this year. Judge is on the verge of breaking Roger Maris's, American League and Yankee home run record. And he's also doing it while helping the Yankees, resurrect them from their terrible 2-month spill where they lost 11 games in the standings. right? And he's helped to resurrect him back into the playoff race as a pivotal player. So, those are the statistical breakdowns. But to me, the impact for the team, I think Judge has had a greater impact on the Yankees than Ohtani has had a greater impact on the Angels right now. So if for those reasons, I give Judge the lead for MVP. Now, again, there's 3 weeks that is left of the season, so guys have to finish strong. Okay? There's no MVP for the first 146 games. It's 162. So both of these guys I expect to continue to have strong performances and whatnot, but it's going to be right down to the very end between both of these guys. But I do give Aaron Judge the edge right now for MVP. Now you let me know what you think. What stats are the most impressive for either one of these guys? I mean, crazy. And they're both great players, obviously, but this is a chance to really, really make history this year. And I think one of the biggest home run records of all time is the Roger Maris 61, and Judge is 2 away from tying it and 3 away from breaking it. Again, I mean, how are his stats important? We talked about it. It's not, they're not only out-of-worldly, but the impact to his team is what makes them important. It's what makes him important. He's a leader on the team as well. Okay, sets an example for a lot of the young players. Hustles. And he's playing out of position in the outfield, too, a lot with the center field. He's not a center fielder. So he's doing things that he doesn't normally do as well. And doing them pretty well. So, but let's get into this. Give me your feedback. Give me all the feedback you can in the comments. And what do you think Judge's final stats will be? Home runs, RBIs, and batting average. Do you think he'll win the Triple Crown? Let's get into it, gang. Talk to you later.